What's up, family? Welcome back to a new video. So you're thinking about moving to Clayton County, Georgia, and you're wondering the top pros of living there? Well, in today's video, we're gonna talk about living in Clayton County, Georgia. Let's go. So if this is your first time on the channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raymond and I am a real estate broker and realtor here, and I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to move to Metro Atlanta. So if you're thinking about moving to Metro Atlanta, or if you're already in Metro Atlanta and you're thinking about selling your home and moving somewhere else in the Metro, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is on the screen and can always be found in the video description below. All right, so last year I posted a video about my top cons of living in Clayton County, Georgia. And today I'm posting my video of the top pros of living in Clayton County, Georgia, to try to give you that well-rounded perspective of living in Clayton County. Now, I will tell you that Clayton County is one of the most affordable areas in the metropolitan Atlanta area. So with that affordability comes some trade-offs. So we're gonna talk about some good things about living in Clayton County today. If you have not watched the Living in Clayton County, Georgia, my top cons, after this video, the link to watch the top cons is in the video description. But watch the pros and then go watch the cons, because there is always good and bad to every scenario, right? There's no scenario that's just perfect and that you just don't have any negatives, right? And so that's why I wanted to make sure I come back with some good things about living in Clayton County, and that begins right now. My top pro of living in Clayton County, Georgia is gonna be the real estate affordability. Hands down, Clayton County, Georgia has one of the best, all around square footage costs, the most affordable. So it's gonna be likely always trending near the lowest cost per square foot in the Atlanta metropolitan area. So if you're on a budget, Clayton County, Georgia should definitely be in your list. Or on your list of searching. There are several cities within Clayton County, Georgia that you can consider. But if you're looking for that affordability, Clayton County is definitely gonna be top on your list, okay? Now let's go ahead and move on to pro number two. Pro number two is simple, and it's gonna be great public transit access. As many of you already know, my feelings on the public transit system here in the Atlanta area is that the suburbs get severely shortchanged. So if you're living outside of the city limits of Atlanta, the further you get away from the city limits of Atlanta, the worse the public transit systems become. The longer the wait time becomes, the lack of rail services you get, right? So if you're going north to south, on the north end, North Springs is going to be the furthest stop north. Down south is going to be the airport. So once you pass the airport, pretty much there are no rail services for you. You have to bus into the Atlanta airport station and then transit up towards into the city. So that is a little bit of a trade-off, but living in Clayton County, Georgia, you do get a robust transit system from the bus capacity. So the routes are laid out in Clayton County, and majority of the cities in Clayton County pretty well along the commercial areas. And most of the zoning for most of the cities, the residential and commercial kind of butts up against each other. And so what that means is you can leave out of your subdivision and likely hit a bus stop living in Clayton County. So it is very, very, very accessible if you want that or need that public transit access. Especially if you are accustomed to that where you're coming from, and maybe you don't own a vehicle at this time, and so you're trying to find an area that you can actually, number one, afford to live in, and number two, still have access to public transit, then Clayton County, Georgia should definitely be on your list, and there are going to be multiple cities within Clayton County, Georgia that you can consider. All right, moving on to pro number three, which is going to be good access to everyday shopping and everyday entertainment. So living in Clayton County, Georgia, you will have a robust amount of opportunities to shop, like grocery stores, pharmacies. All of that is at your fingertips. Clayton County, no city within Clayton County is a desolate place. All of them are highly dense areas with a good balance of residential and commercial zoning, making it that living experience very, very convenient. Even so much so, some areas in Clayton County, you can literally just about walk to every store, you know, that you need to frequent from your residential community. So not all of them are that way, but the majority of them have that quick access to everyday shopping, just the way the county and the cities within the counties were laid out. All right, so if you're looking for that everyday access to shopping, Clayton County definitely checks that box. As far as the entertainment piece of living in Clayton County, Georgia, there are entertainment options. In Morrow, there's a movie theater, AMC, pretty accessible. There's a theme park right on the Jonesboro-Fayetteville line. I still believe that may be Fayette County, but it's like literally right there. I think it's called Fun Park USA now or something of that nature. They just rebranded the name. They just put a new roller coaster there as well. So you do have that. And then finally, you do have the water park, Clayton County. It used to be called, I think, the Beach. But essentially it is a man-made lagoon beach structure. There's a sandy beach area with an open water concept to where you can just go into the water, swim. There are several water slides. It makes for a really good, fun summer day with kids, you know, just about all ages. But I think the smaller tots will definitely have more fun because it's going to appear much larger to them than it would, say, a teenager of an age. So, but all in all, Clayton County does have quick access to shopping, everyday shopping, and everyday entertainment. Also, there is a mall in Morrow by the name of South Lake Mall with outlining commercial shopping opportunities outside of the mall as well. So there is a big hub. So for those bigger, you know, H&Ms and, you know, bigger brand names, Macy's, etc., you do have that right in your fingertips here of living in Clayton County. So I think that's a good pro. Now moving on to our fourth and our final pro of living in Clayton County, Georgia. And pro number 4 is going to be the major infrastructure investments. So Clayton County, Georgia, certain cities within Clayton County is very progressive. They're doing things, right? They're doing things to bring up the city's appeal, to lower some of the issues in the city. So they're working. And so I think that Clayton County, Georgia does, if you're looking for an area that could be a real good magnet for the future, I think Clayton County should be on your list, especially your radar. For instance, Jonesboro just completed the city center, downtown Jonesboro, which overlooks a park, a brand new park that they did a few years ago. So, I mean, Jonesboro is up and coming. Riverdale, within the last 6-7 years, they had a brand new town center or town, you know, like a city hall that they put there that they hold seasonal festivities like your Christmas parades and your so this area is growing and they are sowing seeds, right? And but other cities within Clayton County aren't really doing a whole lot. Like Lake City, you know, it's very small. They're not doing much there in Lake City. You know, as well as like Forest Park, not a whole lot of vibrancy going. But Clayton County is a fairly large county, and there are several options as it relates to the actual cities to choose from. So, but needless to say, if you're in a budget restraint situation, say under $275, and you're looking for an area that has all of these amenities that we just talked about, Clayton County should be on your list. So that's the pros of living in Clayton County, Georgia. If you're interested in buying a home in Clayton County, Georgia, or selling your home in Clayton County, Georgia, yes, I service Clayton County, Georgia as well. So yes, I would love to talk with you about your real estate needs in Clayton County. Actually, fun fact about me, I got my career started in Clayton County, Georgia with Coldwell Banker Bullet Realty, my first office, my first real estate firm. So yes, I know Clayton County very well. So yeah, reach out to me if you have any questions. Also, if you're thinking about moving to any other place or anywhere in the Atlanta metropolitan area, feel free to reach out to me if you're looking to buy or sell. All of my contact information should be on the screen and can always be found in the description below. Also follow me on Instagram. My name, Raymond Riley Jr. No space, no periods, no dashes. So thank you for hanging with me today, and I hope this video was informative. And as I always say, allow these videos to be your starting point in your research. It's not an end all be all. It's not a yes or a no. allow it to fuel your research and continue your growth about this area called Clayton County, Georgia. So also we're gonna start going into some of these cities here in Clayton County, Georgia. So hit the subscribe button if you wanna see more of the inside perspective of, say, Jonesboro, Riverdale, and all of these places that you've seen on the map. Hit the subscribe button because I'll be going into those and showing you around. And hit the like button if you got any value from this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.